Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, today we have a special day and I'm obviously celebrating here with my little friend and some sweet wine. I'll be enjoying this for the rest of my videos today. I hope I can make it. I'm not drinking that much, but anyway. This article that I have here, hey, don't move, stay like that, comes from Sputnik from today, the 4th of November 2022. This is the title. British intelligence agencies, plural, are already prime suspects in two recent provocations in the Crimean Peninsula, which voted overwhelmingly to reunite with Russia in the 2014 referendum. But investigative journalists have unearthed a plan to train a stay-behind guerrilla army in the region. Leaked documents have revealed that British spies are training an army of Ukrainian insurgents to attack Russian military and civilian targets in Crimea. Russia has already accused the UK of responsibility for the September 26th bombing of the Nord Stream 1 and 2 gas pipelines across the Baltic Sea, the October 8 truck bombing on the Kerch Strait bridge to Crimea, and the October 29 attack on the Crimean port of Sevastopol with 7 maritime and 9 aerial drones. According to the available information, I'm quoting, okay, representatives of this unit of the British Navy took part in the planning, provision and implementation of a terrorist attack in the Baltic Sea on September 26 this year, blowing up the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 gas pipelines, end quote, the Russian Ministry of Defense said. The British Ministry of Defense responded by claiming that Moscow was, and I'm quoting, peddling false claims of an epic scale, end quote, in order to, I'm quoting again, detract from their disastrous handling of the illegal invasion of Ukraine. However, the UK, Germany and the Netherlands are the only countries known to have supplied Kiev with underwater and surface drones. Other incidents in the Crimean Peninsula are suspected to be work of covert units, including an explosion at a military airfield in August and an attack using a small drone to drop explosives. Some have speculated that the sinking of the Russian Navy cruiser Moskva in April was caused by a saboteur rather than by shore-based anti-shipping missile, as Kiev claims. Investigative news website The Grey Zone named the key players working with the Ukrainian Security Services SBU in Odessa, the Black Sea port to the west of Crimea, to set up the covert force. They include military consultant Hugh Ward, so it's H-U-G-H-W-A-R-D, who works for private security firm Resolutions MI6, veteran Guy Spindler, Guispindler, so Guy Spindler, former Lithuanian Defense Minister Andrius Butchevičius, and veteran intelligence agents Chris Donnelly, Donnelly, Chris. Donnelly is a former advisor to late British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and co-founder of the Institute for Statecraft in 2009. He and his think tank were later behind the sinister information warfare outfit, the Integrity Initiative. Leaked internal memos show that Donnelly was concerned that even Kiev's staunchest backer, US President Joe Biden, feared an endless proxy war with Russia following recent statements from Washington sounding vague support for a negotiated peace. And I'm quoting, "This US position must be challenged firmly and at once," Donnelly wrote, calling Biden's warning that war with Russia could lead to Armageddon as so unwise as to beggar belief. I'm not sure what the opposite word to deterrence is, but Biden is actively doing that, he said. He added, now, cost concerns. The Grey Zone also reported that the British private military contractor Prevail Partners, founded by former Royal Marines Brigadier and Special Boat Service SBS Commander Justin Hedges, H-E-D-G-E-S, Hedge, I would say Hedges, and other ex-commandos have been hired to train the new guerrilla force. And I'm quoting, branded support for maritime raiding operations. The planned assault on Crimea aims to degrade Russia's ability to blockade Kiev, erode Moscow's war-fighting capability, and isolate Russian land and maritime forces in Crimea by denying resupply by sea and overland via Kerch Bridge, the website reported. It said Splinter and Buchevicius lobbied governments to stump up funding for the program, but internal emails seen by the site asked, and I'm quoting, will Uncle Sam pay for this? End quote, while a coasted proposal to the British Ministry of Defense had been turned down for risk reasons. Alex Finnan, F-I-N-N-E-N, of the British Arms Specialist Group Military Intelligence section of the 77 Brigade Cyber Warfare Center and the Foreign Office's Russia unit, said in one email from March that that the proposal, tendered at $600,000 per insurgent per year, was very expensive for what it is, although the firm was in seller's market, end quote. Well, there's a lot of people and a lot of situations here. On May 25th email, Spindler wrote that Buchevicius had done an excellent job of unpicking Ukrainian hesitation over training support and has now caused Prevail's name to be fed to the British government as a potential supplier. Wow, well, that's a lot. It says here that the operation to build up the insurgent forces has obvious parallels with the Ukrainian Insurgency Army, UPA, the armed wing of the Organization of Ukrainian Nationalists led by Second World War Nazi collaborator Stefan Bandera. Well, I don't know about that, but they push it that way. So I don't know if this information is enough to be supported by evidence. They just make a claim. They say, well, it's there, we got this information. I have no doubt that I have no doubt. Well, let's say I'm inclined to think that the Ukrainians, not inclined actually, I'm very, very much on the idea that Ukrainian forces are not only trained but also directed and pushed towards, you're going to hit over there, you're going to hit over there. I don't personally have the evidence, but sometimes it seems like the Ukrainians are very well organized, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that certain kind of information needed to be provided by some kind of intelligence services somehow. I don't think the Ukrainians had so much access to information to do certain kind of attacks without being caught. These attacks on Crimea were not caught. Nobody was caught. The pipeline, nobody caught. I'm talking about the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 were special, were far away, but these ones were right there. Nobody got caught with anything. So kind of strange. They must have been very well organized, which is not impossible. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.